In Europe, we've seen an increase in imports of food as a direct consequence of the application of the precautionary principle. I can't imagine that anything else would be the case if the EPA starts imposing precautionary regulation in the US. You're going to see a slowdown in technological innovation. You may see a decline in agricultural output as a result of the removal of beneficial technologies. What's that going to do to food security here? What's that going to do to food security more widely in the Americas? When food prices rose in 2008, you saw food riots in other poorer parts of the world. This is not a good thing. We know that through the application of modern technology, a combination of biotechnology, modern pesticides, modern fertilizers, more efficient water use, and so on, it's possible to feed the world now and in the future. As population grows, there should not be a problem if we allow the application of technology. We can produce more food on less land. That's what's happened over the course of the past 50 years. But since precautionary regulations started to be applied 10, 15 years ago, we've seen a massive reduction in the rate of technological innovation. Not that scientists weren't developing new technologies, but they just weren't allowed to implement them. If we carry on restricting the use of these technologies going forward, we are not going to feed the world in 2050. We will see significant spikes in food prices. We will see food riots. We will see massive problems in many countries around the world, and quite possibly in the United States. For people on high incomes in rich countries, it is tempting to say, don't use that technology because it might harm you. That's their interpretation of better safe than sorry. But they're not looking at it from the perspective of the poor consumer for whom the lack of food or the possibility of food becoming more expensive is a real problem. So that person, that poorer consumer, would be very sorry. And frankly, the world would be no safer if many of these precautionary regulations are applied. In fact, the world will likely be less safe, because if poor consumers aren't able to buy food at realistic prices, they will riot. We've seen it before. We've seen it in 2008 in Mexico, in many other poorer cities. Come on. This is insane to say that you're better safe than sorry to apply restrictions on agricultural technology that have no scientific or economic merit.